TFR racing action here for Formula 2. So here we can see the qualifying going ahead here in Spa. So far Dawson is leading the field in the uni. He has recently received a super license with a few other drivers here today. I do believe it's Mab and Dawson who have received the super license. I may be wrong with that. We do have DJ taking up the spot in the MP Motorsport today to fill it in for a reserve spot there. His manager Square has replaced him at Race Labs for this one race, I believe, and now he's racing for MP for this one race. When we're coming across the line, it's going to be Dawson McSauson to qualify on pole position here, joined on the front row by Toby Wong Kenobi. So very, very interesting starting two. So we'll definitely see how this one goes. Do I even have a drink? No, I do not. This is going to be very bad. We've had 3 DSQs, Lewis, DJ Perks and Cypher. Be 1 minute because I don't want to die of not drinking. So I'm going to go and get a drink real quick. Right, I am back once again. Whew. So we did not have the Hungarian race streamed, unfortunately. We did not have a commentator free at the time, so it was literally just not streamed, unfortunately, for everyone. So we do have 12 drivers on the grid today. It was meant to be 15, but I'm pretty sure we had a few pull out. Which is all fine. Right, so here we go, just looking through the starting grid now. So it's going to be Dawson McSauson lining up on pole position. Alongside him is going to be Toby Wong Kenobi. Should be a very interesting battle into turn 1 between these two. Both very, very quick drivers. James Petty having an absolutely blinding season compared to his last season in Formula 2. Definitely stepping up a notch. And we have Flaming Fire in the Cheroos, as well as his teammate Wispy Jaguar filling out P4, P5. Storm Twister in P6 in the MP Motorsport, out qualifying DJ Perks, who has not started towards the rear of the grid so far this season, so that's a first for him. C5 Solo is going to be lining up in P7 in the Prima, alongside Mab 606, a recent super licensed driver, just doesn't have a seat for Formula 1 at the moment, so now is his time to impress. We do have Evo Wevo running in P9. Definitely starting to get to grips with the Formula 2 cars. He used to be a ART reserve, I do believe. Now he is a full-time driver here at Carlin after Jackson Dog has now moved to Formula 1 AlphaTauri. Just after him is Cypher in the ART. Very, very quick driver is Cypher. Sad to see him down in P10 today. And we do have DJ Perks in P11. We know what he can do from the front of the grid. We'll definitely see what he can do at the rear. Lewis, very good driver as well in the other Carlin. Unfortunately for him, just not the best of qualifying sessions, getting DSQ'd. And Marcel, I really do hope there is not a Spinella. I really do hope that. But we'll most certainly see going into turn 1 as Dawson is coming towards the end of the straight. So this is the longest track on the F2 calendar we have. So get your drinks ready, get your snacks ready, because it is going to be a long one. And that must be really bad if it's both MP Motorsports crashing into each other in order to get to your scoot. That is not a good sign. Dawson on the softs, Toby on the mediums, and DJ on the mediums. So the two were teammates, so both still have the similar strategy. So now we're just waiting for lights out, and here we go. The lights are out now. The drivers are only just starting to rev their engines. We're waiting for Dawson off the mark, and Dawson seems to get an alright start. A huge cloud of smoke as the Carlin emerges out of that. Dawson's going to cover off Toby. He's going to keep P1 going into turn 1. Flaming Fire up the inside of James. He's going to take P3. Someone's run out wide there. I think that's an ALT of Cypher. Here goes Flaming Fire. He's looking to make maybe a move on Toby. He can't quite do it. It's going to be side by side through a ruse. It's going to be Wispy and Storm, and Wispy's done the move. That's a great move by him. The Storm's round, and he's came together with Evo. Evo and Storm have came together. Evo's missing his front wing, and that's a sector 1 yellow flag, and that is definitely going to be a safety car. Oh my God, what a start to the race. Some amazing overtakes, but then also some completely getting it all wrong there. Definitely not what you want to see at the start. And Evo's definitely going to have to box to get that front wing changed immediately, because that is definitely not looking too good for him. This isn't going to be his mandatory stop either. So he will need to stop again, so I'm not sure which tyre compound he will be choosing to go on. But definitely an interesting start to the race, to say the least. But must have moved by Wispy right around the outside in a Rouge / Radion. Great move by him on Storm, but Storm just getting it all wrong on exit, and he's just drifted out wide, lost the car, and managed to collect Evo Weevo in the process. An awful corner to lose it on and have a crash like that. So hopefully safety car should not be out too long. It seems Storm's car has been cleared up very quickly by the marshals, and Evo's wing is probably removed from the track by now. So the only thing we're waiting for is Evo to catch up to the grid, but first he's going to have to go into that pit lane and get that nose changed immediately. Definitely not how the front of an F2 car should be looking. And he's done nothing wrong there. He's just been collected in that accident. Very unfortunate by him. For the race, he was telling me how he did forget his setup, and he's crashed into the pit lane. Oh, he's so lucky not to retire there. Oh, and he's managed to still speed into the pit lane. Oh, I'm not too sure what's happened there, Evo. Oh, no. Very, very fortunate not to retire, as he did crash into the pit lane. So just having a look, he went 38 miles per hour into a 37 mile per hour pit lane, as I just seen on the stream replay to the right of me. It literally a fraction he went over, and that was enough to give him a 5-second time penalty. DJ and Mab came together. Has Mab lost a position? Yes, he has. He's trying to claim it back on Wispy, and Wispy's going to try and grab... Oh, Wispy! Oh, a bit really squirmy there. And I'm not sure why Cypher's trying to overtake him, but he's overtaken him. Don't know why everyone's overtook Wispy here. Now, I'm assuming an incident has happened because DJ has gone into AI mode, so I'm assuming that is to clip something. And Mab is losing a good chunk of that left side of his front wing. So he's going to want to box again, and he has to do it quick, because if Evo catches it, there's a good chance the safety car will be going in this lap. And Lewis has just dropped it. This has been an awful race to begin with for the Carlin team. Oh my, they've both managed to spin it round, which is never good at all for a start of a race. They're going to have to try and fight their way up the positions again. Both of them, no damage to their front wings anymore. Evo's a bit too far behind, so the safety car will not be going in this lap, so we'll have another lap of racing action. Now, since I got a few, well, probably around 2 minutes with the safety car out, we do have Formula 1 racing action for tomorrow, where I do believe DJ will be taking the commentary booth. So a few new appearances, I think, but we go to Mexico in should be a very interesting race for round 20 of the calendar. And here, a lot of drivers going into the pit lane now. I'm pretty sure they'll be some of these will be boxing for mediums with the intent to take them to the end, which is very risky, but high risk, high reward. Lewis and Evo move up to P7 and 8 now, so not too bad for them. Just waiting for this safety car to retreat into the pit lane. DJ's also seeing his 5-second time penalty now, just to get that over with, so he's not going to have a time penalty, but that is going to mean he is going to come out the pits in, I think it's going to be last. We're about to find out. No, it's not going to be last. Mab is going to be P11 on track. DJ is going to manage to scrape P10 away from him. And Dawson still leads the field. These drivers have a lot... Oh, Mab, what's happened to him? We've just gone on board with Mab and he's managed to drop the car on pit lane exit. I'm not too sure what's happened there. He is in Mazepin's car, so it might be a bit of a spin, but that is not what you like to see at all. So very unfortunate for him. He's going to have to try and get back some time, and those tyres are not going to be feeling it too good towards the end now. I don't know what's happening with my stream. There we go. Now it's all fixed. So Toby still in P2. Flaming Fire managing to gain a position off the start, managing to get into P3. So we're going to have a quick look at all the position changes. So you have Flaming Fire gaining 1, James Petty losing 1, C5 Solo gaining 2, Cypher gaining 4, Lewis gaining 5, despite him having a little bit of a moment under the safety car, so he would have been a lot further up. Evo gaining 1, Wispy Jaguar losing 4, DJ gaining 1, and Mab losing 3. So they're not going to catch the safety car this time around, so we'll be going around for one more time. So we're going to have a bit of a conversation to make the time flow a bit. So the new F1 2021 calendar, Portugal this weekend. Valtteri Bottas taking pole position, Lewis Hamilton taking P2, and Max Verstappen taking P3. So I would say, if anything, the Mercedes have the advantage now. I would say their car is better than the Red Bulls around this track anyway, if not in total around this track. So now it's going to be Lewis filling out the back of the field. He's going to be in P11, choosing to pit to go onto the medium compounder tyre, so he's going to be taking this to the very end of the race. Now, I'm going to have to quickly sort this out. This is kind of being a bit annoying. Now, my prayer? Yeah, I think it's prayer. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things. My prayer is for Lewis to catch up to the safety car queue, so we don't have to have another lap of safety car. Chaos. My god, is it boring around Spa. It's such a long track, it goes on for so long, the safety car. Oh yeah, and if you haven't noticed, we managed to change the change the channel points looking thing to the TFR logo, so that's cool, I guess. Managing to change some things to make it look a little better. So Lewis just gaining up to the back, and I think we are going to have safety car in this lap. Please, I beg. Dawson's going to be leading the field. I'm just waiting for race control to give the go-ahead. And it should be about now. Yes, there it is. Race control have given the go-ahead. Dawson begins to back up the field, going 80 miles per hour, just backing them up slowly. He's going quite quick, to be fair, for an F2 car. He's keeping up almost with the safety car. Marcel in the chat, can you let me know if everything's working alright for you? Alright, here we go. Dawson leading the field here. And here we go. Has he gone yet? No. Yes, now he has. And Toby's got an amazing safety car restart, but it's just not enough to get the power down. There's been 5 seconds for a severe collision with Ace and James Petty. Is James Petty going to have a look at his teammate who might be trying to make a move on him soon? He's all over the back of him, but just looking behind. Cypher's making up some positions. DJ's made up some positions. Is Wispy going to go side by side with his teammate through a ruse once again? No, they're not, but here comes Flaming Fire. He's not got the best event exits out of Radion. Lewis is just a bit too far back to make anything happen. Evo's back into the pit lane. I'm not too sure what's happened with him. Mab on the back of this train now, currently running P10. Dawson trying to pull a gap to Toby. He needs to get out of that DRS range as quickly as possible. And that is Cypher getting past one of the Primas. Now he's got a Prima in front of him and behind him. Let's see if he can maybe catch up to... Oh, never mind. Where's DJ came from? He's going around the outside of Solo. Very hard corner to go around the outside of. If he gets his move done, it's going to be amazing. Can he get his down the inside? And what a move by car number 15. DJ Perks, a British driver, making a beautiful move on C5 Solo there. He's going to have to keep up with him just to try and get the DRS, because Wispy Jackie was looking really racy in the Tarus just behind him. DJ still keeping up with Cypher, having a look towards the front of the field. Dawson starting to pull a gap to Toby. And who's that? Is that Cypher? Cypher, what's happened to Cypher? He's off the track, he's in the gravel. Evo's too far behind to pick up any places from that, but Cypher's down in P10 now. And Flaming Fire has got past his teammate of Wispy Jaguar, Wispy on the medium compound, so I'm not too surprised this has happened. But he is starting to close in. Oh, that's not good then, Marcel. Let me know if it's fixed. And oh my, that's Lewis going into that back of Wispy Jaguar. And here comes Mab looking down the inside. Lewis is giving him all the room. I don't think Mab thought he was going to, but he did. And that would have been an easy move for the high-tech driver. Now he's going to have to definitely work for it. DJ goes and sets the fastest lap of the race. Mab thinks about going down the inside, pulls out of it, thinks better of it. He's still all over the back of P7, which is the Carlin. He's literally got Carlin staring him in the face right now. Can he think about making a move sooner or later on this Carlin? But he is starting to find some pace on the mediums. Just having a look. Is Evo going to get past these two drivers in the pit lane? I can tell you something. He's not going to get past the Prima. He's going to be long gone. But he is going to get past Cypher. Dawson managed to pull a 1.1 second gap right then from Toby, so he's starting to make this gap a lot bigger. Wispy still on the back of his teammate, looking for him just to pull him along, I would assume. But through these corners, it's going to be a lot harder to follow as he runs a bit wide there, just trying to get the swoop on the car to keep behind him. And Lewis is starting to close in on this action as well as Mab behind him. So these drivers really starting to close up to the back of the two Charuz cars. And that is Evo Weaver with a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, Evo was telling me before the race. I forgot my setup. It's awful. But that's Lewis. As we talk about Evo, let's talk about his teammate, who's currently in the barrier in Sector 2. Trying to get that car back onto the track. He's missing his end plate. And it just doesn't seem these drivers can keep the cars on the track. I'm not too sure what's going on. But I'm not too sure if the F2 cars aren't sticking as much as they want. And that's a DNF. That's James Petty and it's a safety car. What's happened here? Can I get a good onboard? No, we're going to have to wait for the Carlin. Hopefully his car is not cleaned away by we get there. But that's a straight. There's not somewhere where he should really be losing the car. There he is. He's miles away from the barriers. That must have been quite a shunt by him. Because he is very, very far away from the barriers there. So that is some hit that he has taken. Going into the boxes, Lewis now. A lot of drivers opting to pit. This is going to be great for C5 Solo. He's going to pick up a few positions here. Probably get into P6 or 5. He's going to get into P5 here, so that's worked very well for him. It's going to play Evo back into this race and Cypher. So now, I beg, just don't go off the track and you're going to get points here today. So let's try and keep that all good. Dawson's going to be absolutely fuming. He's been leading this race, pulling a gap to Toby, and every time he's done it, he's been closed back up by the safety car. And now, if he boxes as well, his lead is going to be left in the dirt. Currently on 6 lap old softs, they're not going to be feeling too good, despite even being on the safety car for most of them. It will still not be an amazing experience for him. Just waiting for the safety car to go in. It shouldn't go in this lap because we do have to wait for Lewis to catch up to the safety car queue. Yeah, you're right. I need to stop with the commentator's curse. I should just not say names. It's obviously worse with me. Whoever I say just crashes. I'm sorry. Don't know what to say. I said James having an amazing F2 season. Where's he ended up in a wall? And Lewis, I'm not even going to watch anyone. Look, I'm watching him and he's managed to get a 3-second time penalty on the safety car. There's no hope. What can I do? I'm scared to mention someone's name at this point. And there like be a driver's curse to stop me speaking. Watch the safety car. Yeah, that's probably the best idea, but then the safety car will probably crash. So Toby goes into the box, and now Dawson's going to continue. Bloody hell, where's Wispy going? Wispy maybe thought we were under racing conditions, and he's just missed his braking point. Looking down the inside of Dawson, that was going to be a bit ambitious. Yeah, I'll probably make the lobby end if I just watch the safety car. So which teams does Marcel own, who is currently in the chat? I do believe he owns High Tech and Uni, I think. UNI. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Marcel. I'm a donut. Having a look through all the drivers, everyone seems to be okay. High Tech and Art. So not in the best of positions, but still a lot of possibilities. You can guarantee Mab's going to gain a position when Dawson pits. That's going to put him up into P4. Maybe even put Cypher into P7. It's not going to be too bad of a race. Bet you might want Uni back now. Dawson leading for a race and has not stopped leading it. So here comes Lewis gaining to the back of the safety car queue. Don't look at Pool or Cypher. Well, I said Cypher was doing well, and he's ended up in the wall. Or the gravel, should I say. Dawson, for the second time today, leading the safety car restart. Here we go in the red UNI Bertuzzi. Very nice car. It's probably my favourite Formula 2 car. So we'll see how he manages to do this time around. Last time he managed to pull a gap to Toby. However, this time it is not Toby, and for some reason he is absolutely flying. Which means he's going to have to brake. He is following the safety car. He's going to pit with the safety car. No, he's not. He's going to continue. And there he goes. Dawson has gone straight for it. Who's that? DJ Perks looking down the inside of Wispy Jaguar on the restart. Is he going to go for the move? Of course he is. He's down the inside. Wispy has to give him the room. There's no point in even fighting it. He's on the softer compound tyre. And here comes DJ. He's on the back of Dawson. Just up ahead of him here. Coming up to Arouge. He's pulling out. You could see him letting go of the throttle there. Doesn't want to try and overtake through there. That's definitely going to be a cut for the UNI driver of Dawson ahead of him. But here comes DJ. They're going to go side by side. Going into the next turn. End of sector 1. Start of sector 2. Down the inside goes DJ Perks. Going into the lead of this race. And can he hold it? Dawson's going to start to drop back now. DJ on a lot fresher tyres. Dawson on 8-lap old softs. They're going to be feeling absolutely awful. Wispy Jaguar currently running P3 with C5 Solo just behind him. Mab P5 looking to maybe catch up to Solo shortly. Flaming Fire on the back of him with Evo on the back of him. Cypher being under pressure by Lewis now and Toby. Two drivers closing up to the back of the ART driver. And there goes Lewis. Lewis down the inside. They almost come together. Cypher's giving them maximum room possible there. And that's going to be Toby grabbing the position off Lewis. Oh, but here comes Lewis again. Looking around the outside. Looking down the inside. Looking around the outside again. Can he make up his move? He's looking around the outside. But Toby really getting the shoulders out. Not giving him an inch there. Very, very aggressive from the pair of them. He's in the slipstream, but Toby just seemed to get such a better exit out of that corner. And that is going to defend him down the straights, I assume. Never mind, Lewis has got some huge closing speed. I don't know where Cypher or Toby's going. They're off track at the moment. But C5 Solo is going to move up a position as Dawson has to pit. Dawson's definitely not going to be happy with that. Leading the whole race. Have to pit and now going to be in P10. DJ Perks now leads. 3.1 second gap to Wispy. C5 Solo behind him. Then we have Mab, who's side by side with Flaming Fire. We got a great on board with Evo Weaver. They're going to be side by side going through Arouge. Is either one of them going to pull out? No, they're side by side, and that's going to be Mab not managing to make the move. Flaming Fire keeping P4 at the moment. Is Mab going to be able to make anything happen with the next corner? No, he isn't. He's going to have to stay behind in the high tech. Cypher still looking at the back of Toby. Never mind, he's gone a bit wide through that corner, just missing his braking zone, and he's completely missed the apex. That's going to cost him a load of time to Toby just in front. So far, he's going to be starting in P1 for the sprint race as he is in 8th. DJ Perks running P1. C5 Solo currently in P3. So DRS should be activated at the end of this lap, which should make a lot more moves start to fall. Oh my god, Flaming Fire's round. Mab's gained the position, but lost one as well. And Toby's round. Toby's lost it. He is facing the wrong way. He's currently down in P7. Cypher and Mab both battling for positions. Mab down the inside. He's on the curb. He almost loses the car. Cypher's going to have to stay behind him. Evo Weaver up into P4. Mab and Cypher both chasing him down now. They were side by side a minute ago. Almost came together. And it's just to keep it all in one piece going through there. Not managing to drop the car. Now they're both on the hunt. Here comes Mab. He's showing some huge speed. He's looking down the inside of Evo Weaver. Evo gives him the room. Mab didn't expect it. Pulled out of that one. Is he going to go down the inside? Now he knows he's a nice driver. He's going to go down the inside. He's going to try and get the move done. Is he going to leave the room for Evo? Yes, he is. Respectful racing from the pair of them. What's happened to Wispy Jaguar? He's off the track, and here goes Mab into P3 of this race. Down the inside goes Wispy Jaguar, trying to keep the move. And he's gone into the rear of him. And that is going to be Evo losing a position to Cypher at this rate. Yep, here they go through the Sector 1. Lewis is gaining on this now as well. The two Carlins chasing down Cypher. Cypher's run really wide. And he's came back onto the track just behind Evo and behind Lewis. This is crazy. They're just overtaking each other left, right, and centre. There goes Lewis into P4. Evo pulling out of it, not trying to fight his teammate. Cypher going around the outside of Wispy Jaguar now. Wispy not able to do anything about it, and it seems they've started to form into some formation now. As Mab is currently in P3, Lewis P4, Evo P5, Cypher P6, Wispy P7. So all these drivers, huge DRS terrain. Marcel's complaining at me because I just mentioned this drivers and he thinks they're going to crash now. They are doing very, very well. Or bad, what do I have to say? But DJ picks up a 3-second time penalty, but it's not going to be enough. He has 8 seconds. G5 Solo just needs to find some extra pace and he could win this race. Evo starting to drop off the back. This is going to back Cypher up, it seems. Lewis just needs a good exit out of this corner. And he should be able to grab him, but no. Mab through one of those corners there in Sector 3, the start of Sector 3, just manages to get such a good exit. And he's pulled almost a second. He might even get Lewis out of the DRS range, and he has done. Wispy Jaguar now loses a place to Flaming Fire. He's not having a good time. He doesn't have any damage. He's just really struggling. He's on 7-lap old medium tyres, but Dawson was on 7-lap old soft tyres. I'm not too sure why he's struggling too much. Toby almost drops the car there, manages to get back under control. And Dawson is going to be absolutely fuming. To me, he deserved to win today, and it's just not going his way. He grabs the fastest lap. Was Lewis in the DRS range? We're about to find out. No, knows the answer. So, one more lap. Mab needs to hold on after this one. There's no DRS zones left on this lap, so Mab just needs to keep it all together for one more lap. And here comes Wispy Jaguar, looking around the outside of his teammate. His teammate defending well. These two are obviously going out. No team orders between these, and Toby's now joined the back of the group. Is Toby going to look for a move on Wispy into the next corner? No, he knows it's a hard corner to get right. Despite trying an overtake, he's still going around the outside. Wispy on the grass. He's managed to gain back control of his car. Flaming Fire's round. And that is going to be Toby up into P8. Wispy Jaguar up into P7. Is it going to be Dawson even gaining position? We're about to find out as Vice Flaming Fire now correcting his car. Here comes Dawson. Dawson up into P9. Flaming Fire down into P10. Oh my. Spins left, right and centre. But here comes Toby still looking at the back of Wispy Jaguar. Not managing to make anything happen at the moment. We're about to find out though. Just monitoring the gap between Evo and Cypher. That is starting to come down on the straight, meaning there might be a move. But we got to stay with this at the moment because here comes Toby. He's looking down the outside. Oh, and that's Wispy onto the grass. It's just slowing Toby up. He doesn't have the momentum. He's looking around the outside. Wispy Jaguar. Oh, and here goes Toby. Down the inside of Wispy Jaguar. Wispy turns in on him, trying to give him the room. And that is a very, very good move by the Race Labs car. Right, one final lap here around Spa for this feature race. The only battles we can see on track is the Carlin versus the ART and the Charoos versus the Race Labs. But here comes Evo, DRS activated for the Carlin driver. He gets past him here, he's got a good chance of getting into P5 and finishing in P5. Cypher heads defensive. It's not going to be anything happening for Evo just yet. Evo drops the car almost there, manages to get it back all under control. And it seems he will have to settle for P6. There's not too many good overtaking opportunities left on this track. Mab is absolutely flying. He's caught up to the back of C5 Solo ahead of him. But it's not going to matter. He does have a time penalty, which will hinder his race absolutely. Wispy Jaguar is going to lose a position to Dawson as well. As Wispy Jaguar picks up another time penalty at this rate, he's going to lose a position to Flaming Fire as well. So a lot of positions will be lost. And Wispy Jaguar, he's going to be losing the position to Flaming Fire. Absolutely, he's in the wall. I'm not too sure what's happened there with him. Evo Weevo off the final corner in the start corner in Sector 3, not the final corner in Sector 3, but here he comes. Tyre on the grass a bit there, and he's just not going to be close enough to make anything happen. But there's DJ winning the race from the back of, from P11, I believe. C5 Solo coming across the line. He's going to take P2 in the Prima. Mab P3. Lewis comes across the line to take P4. And Cypher P5. Evo Weevo P6. Toby has jumped Cypher and Evo Weevo to finish in P5 for the race labs. Dawson coming across the line now. He's managed to take Evo as well, putting himself in P7. Where's Flaming Fire going to end up? We're about to find out now. He is going to be in P9. And James, I'm very, very sorry what happened to you. I'm no idea what happened. You could tell us what happened. That we just saw you in a wall. Literally, well, not even in the wall. You were just 10 foot away from a wall, but broken. So I'm not too sure what happened to you, James, but very unfortunate for you. There we go, clear my nose. Every time I looked at your driver, she had a mini heart attack. So here's your results for the feature race. Just get them up there for whoever needs a screenshot of them. They can come back to them. Oi, oi, oi. There you go. Results of the weekend so far. Dawson, despite finishing really low down the order, he gets 4 points for qualifying on pole and 2 points for the fastest lap. So he's managed to draw with Lewis at the moment, who did finish in P4. So we have a dry sprint race as well. Shame I don't have any tissues in it, because I am having an awful time speaking with this. But I always try my best. And that's all you can do. Oh, just give me 2 seconds. Right, I'm back. For some reason my nose has got 10 times worse in the last 2 minutes. So this is going to be awful. This sprint race for me to speak through, but I'll still try. So Evo currently leading the field for P1, so he finished P8. Dawson McSawson in P2, leading basically the whole feature race, but just not managing to take that P1 at the end of it. Everyone on the medium tyres. Cypher currently in P3. We do have Toby in P4. P5 is going to be Lewis. P6, Mab. P7, C5 Solo. P8, DJ Perks. Flaming Fire is going to be P9. Wispy Jaguar P10. James Petty P11. And Storm Twister 44 in P12. Remember, you only get paid for the top 8, but you'll only get paid points for. All the other positions literally don't mean much anymore. So here comes Evo. Car number 7 in the Carlin, making his way to the grid to start in pole position. I just saw a driver lose it, and it would... Okay, unfortunate for Storm. He's managed to lose the car. I think he might have put a tyre on the grass there. Whose car is he in? Not too sure, to be honest with you. So, I think... Nobuharu is whose car he is in. So here we go for the 9 laps of the sprint race. Lights are on. Lights are out. Wispy Jaguar is not in the session, that's why his car's got a head start, but here comes Evo. He doesn't get the best of starts because here's Dawson alongside him, not managing to make a move, trying to cut back, unable to make that happen either. So that is going to be Evo currently in P1, P2 is going to be Dawson, P3 Toby. Cypher has lost a position off the start. Can he try and get that position back? He seems to get an alright run through a Rouge. DJ on the back of Lewis. Is he going to look to the inside? Here comes the MP Motorsport driver and Felipe Drogovic's car down the inside, and Lewis has came together with him. That is DJ around P11, P12. Storm having to go slowly as well. Both MP Motorsport drivers in 11 and 12. They've got a lot of ground to make up, and there's no safety car just yet. So that is going to be them all over the back of the grid. So far, it's 2 teams taking out the bottom 4 positions. That's going to be Prima and MP. Both are there. And there's another Prima around once again for James Petty. And you can't say Compensator's curse for that, because I was saying that it was at the back of the field. But here goes Lewis looking down the inside of Mab. Mab's going to hold the position now. Flaming Fire looking down the inside. Oh, he gets a bit squirmy there going through Sector 2. And Lewis, oh, I don't know where he's going. He's into the gravel, but Flaming Fire's going to pick up the position. Thank you very much. And he's not left Lewis any room on the inside. And that has forced C5 Solo to go into the back of him. Flaming Fire not leaving any room for Lewis there. I don't think he thought that he managed to regain the car. And he's just closed the door on him, essentially. Don't know why I don't have intervals enabled, but Wispy Jaguar is now being overtaken by everyone. Dawson currently setting the fastest lap after he is now leading this race. Weaver's lead has been left in the dirt. Because now Cypher's going around the outside of him. He's managed to get that move done and dusted. And now Flaming Fire's on the back of Evo. Evo is dropping down these positions quicker. And I've seen he's not managing to keep up with the quicker guys. Those top 3 are starting to, well, the top 2 should I say, are starting to really pull away. Toby and Dawson, that seems who it's mainly between now for this race win. DJ with C5 solo. That's going to be an easy pass for the MP Motorsport driver. He still needs to gain 2 seconds. And looking up ahead from Lewis, there's a 4-way battle ahead of him. And a lot of drivers all over the track. Flaming Fire looking down the inside of Evo. Not managing to make that move work. Evo's going to pull ahead. Mab looking around the outside of Flaming Fire. Not managing to do anything there. Cypher runs out a bit wide there. Flaming Fire on the inside of Evo. Evo's jumped over the curb. That's going to give him a load less traction. All this is just playing into Cypher's hands now. He's backing up the pack as Evo. Basically protecting Cypher from the drivers behind. But they're starting to gain on him again. That is going to be Mab and Evo running a bit wide. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a warning for both of them. Having a look, Evo's gone really deep, and that's going to be Flaming Fire taking the position quite easily. Evo's going to have to back out of that. He's no longer alongside him. Is Evo going to go down the inside? Yes, he is. Flaming Fire forced to leave him the room, forced a long way round, really pushing him off track. Mab now looking down the inside of Flaming Fire as well. Lewis has got a great point of view of this. Mab going to get into P6, it looks like, unless Flaming Fire can do something about it. Still on the inside line. Mab, is he going to give him the room? Yes, he is. They're still side by side. Mab, can he get 2 of them? Yes, he can. No, he can't. We're about to find out. He's late braking. And it's going to be Evo keeping it around the outside. Flaming Fire on the inside of him. Mab for the cutback. Lewis came out of nowhere around the outside. Oh, Flaming Fire. This is some great racing between some of these guys. And here goes Evo down the inside, keeping it from Mab for now. But he's ran really wide, and he's going to lose a position to his teammate, maybe. Yes, he is. Lewis going to take that away from Evo. Evo now under threat by DJ Perks just behind him. He's not going to be able to make a move through here. Mab has lagged out the session. I'm going to get Mab in ASAP. Mab 606. I can still see the battling happening in the background. Mab 606. Quick time. Oh, the 2 Collins are off side by side into the next corner. And there's DJ all over the back of the pair of them. And that is going to be Evo dropping back down. The 2 Collins fighting, wasting each other's time. Mab's car is still running P5. They're not overtaking it just yet. Cypher getting into P3, finally overtaking Wispy Jaguar's AI. That's going to be Lewis getting past Mab's AI once. Evo's now going to get past Mab's AI. And you're right, it is the commentator's curse. I'm sorry, Marcel, I'll never speak of your drivers again, because now he's down in P8 and he's about to be taken by Flaming Fire as well. But this should be an easy win for Dawson. Now he's pulled a 1.4 seconds to sustain that gap from Teui. Oh, Lewis. Not the best through there. Evo got a superb exit. And that's managed to get him back into P5. Lewis giving him a bit of a tap. He's 6. He's down in P8 from contact with his teammate. The 2 Collins have been together all race. And now, finally, they've came together. And that is not what you want to see at all. They're dropping down the position so quickly. And Lewis is out of this race. And I would not say that's Storm's fault. Mab needs another invite. I would not say that one's Storm's fault. I think Lewis ran a bit too wide there. And Storm, he was off the track. There's nothing Storm could do there unless you wanted him to go further off, which he does not have to do. And that's safety car. That one there, I would not say is Storm's fault. But this gives Mab time to get back into the session. C5 Solo almost got attacked by the safety car then. That's 1 Carlin out of this race. So, Dawson, if he pits, he will be down in P11, I do believe. Despite not being behind the safety car. Now, did Mab manage to rejoin the session? Not just yet. Send him one more just to make sure. Having a look through the rest of the grid. Yes, my apologies everyone, it seems I do somehow have a cold in summer. I think it is summer. Don't ask me. I've got no idea when it is or what it is. James, if I was James there, I would have pit for soft tyres. C5. Ulo has liked up the session as well, it seems. The reason I would have pit there for soft compound tyres is he's already P11. He's got nothing to lose. V boxes for softs. He's got a good chance of making his way through the field a lot easier than being on the same tyres as them all. And softs would easily go the end. But I'm not complaining. He'll probably bring the safety car in this lap now, which I'm happy about. Invited Mab 3 times, so it doesn't seem he can get back into the session. So Eva has dropped down to P11. Why? When? How? I did not curse him. No. I was commenting on all those drivers in that 4, so technically all of them should have disconnected. But they didn't. And safety car is in this lap, so Marcel, hush. Don't tell a manager to hush. I'd probably be out of seat. I'm sorry. Alright, Dawson leading the safety car restart. In Callum Ilot's car. He's used to leading these safety car restarts by now, I think. And here he goes. He's already gone for it. Looking to pull a gap to Toby. Toby's gone into the rear of him. And that will probably be a 5-second time penalty for one of them. I would not be surprised. Or not. Somehow there is no 5-second time penalty. And here comes Toby. He's still on the back of Dawson. Dawson's not had the greatest safety car restart. Are they going to go side by side through a ruse? We're about to find out. Toby having some much better closing speed. Just not enough. Cypher managing to keep P3 at the moment. DJ P4. Flaming Fire P5. Storm! Remarkably, is not out of this race. He is out of this race. Yes, he is. Everyone's going to finish in the points who actually is here. Cypher running out wide. That is going to be maybe DJ looking to take P3 away from him here. We're about to find out. They're still managing to keep it all clean. Only 3 laps remaining. And here comes DJ. Having a look at the front of the field. What's happened to Dawson? Because here comes Toby. He's looking around the outside. Very bold in the Arden. The race labs. Well, he's made that move work. Absolutely great. Is Dawson going to come back at him around the outside? No, he's not going to be able to. So Dawson's going to have to play catch up now. He's been doing all the defending. Now it's time to do some attacking. And he is in the slipstream of the race lab car ahead of him. Some very quick closing speed going down here. Can he make the move into the bus stop chicane? We're about to find out. I would say he's a bit too far. Unless he's going to be a bit ambitious. No, he's going to have to remain behind him for now. DJ has got past Cypher. Flaming Fire just behind these guys. And there is a huge, huge battle here. And that is James Petty picking up a 3-second time penalty. That is most certainly not what he needs. James Petty going to look down the inside of Cypher. Yes, he is. Oh, they came together, and that's going to open the door for Flaming Fire. He's going to take both of them. Easy as that, but James is going to come back fighting. He's not going to let that move go too easy for him. They're still neck and neck, and that's going to be James pulling out of that one. He knows not to try and go side by side through this corner. Very wise choice. And I'm not too sure who's the last one who disconnected, but they will be awarded 8th place, I do believe. I might be wrong though. I'm never right. But James Petty on the back of Cypher, and Cypher on the back of Flaming Fire. But I would say this race is Toby's to win, as Dawson has a 3-second time penalty. Cypher F1 still in P5 currently. Flaming Fire doesn't take that corner to the best he could, I don't think. Cypher might be able to close up here. He's going to have DRS for the next lap, I do believe, if he keeps this gap to the car ahead. James isn't too far away though either. Evo currently in P7. He's going to have to play a bit of catch up if he wants to get P6's race, or just keep up with James, because James has a 3-second time penalty. Now Cypher does as well. Good. Flaming Fire get a penalty? Oh, he most certainly could. He's got 2 warnings. Could have 3 people on penalties here. That could really pull into the Carlin's hands. Now, is it a case of if, or is it a case of when Flaming Fire gets a penalty? Because DRS is now enabled. Dawson is going to have a good chance at Toby if he can get a good exit through a Rouge/Radion. Here he comes. He's going to have the DRS. It's not going to be strong enough, I don't think. Yeah, but he's going to have to stay behind him just for now. Here comes James though. James Petty looking around the outside. Cypher keeping it on the inside. They've had a bit of contact. Cypher knows better of it. He's pulled out of that one. Wise choice. Better than spinning the car around to lose a position. James Petty still in P5, looking to maybe get P4, and that's the yellow flags. Who's that round? That's Evo. He's going to have to correct it quickly. Those are AIs in front of him, so he should be granted P7 no matter what, I do believe. But let's see if he can actually get P7. Hopefully he can, so it doesn't confuse the standings worker of James Petty, who's currently running P5, closing up to the back of Flaming Fire. Bet Marcel's heart sunk then. I thought it was Cypher at one point. There goes Evo passing 1. He's going to pass the second now, and yep, that's going to be up to P7. Dawson's going to lose a position to DJ. DJ's going to get a 1-2 for the sprint and the feature race, unless he can go and take Toby as well, which we'll most certainly see. Toby sets the fastest lap of the race so far. James having the DRS on Flaming Fire as we go on to the final lap of the race. Can James think of making a move on Flaming Fire on this final lap? Flaming Fire doesn't have a 3-second time penalty, but he's 1 warning off getting one. Oh, I thought that one might have been his right there. Managing to keep it clean. But here with the DRS and the slipstream should be James sailing through quite easily on the Charouz driver. Here he goes around the outside. Nice and easy. There he goes. Flaming Fire's going to fight it back, though. That's very risky. And that's the only thing I saw happening there. After you're fighting that one back, there was no need to fight it back there. That was an ambitious dive. And James had a 3-second time penalty, so he would have got that position anyway. There was no really need to do that, but kind of just risked his own race. And now, thing is, he's going to go and report that to the stewards now, when he had the choice of not making it happen and he would have finished in P4. Now he's going to finish in P7 or P6 no matter what, but he would have finished P4 if he just chose to stay out of that one. Bit of a risky idea, and that's going to be the 3-second time penalty, so Flaming Fire is going to take him. But very, very close between some of these. Is Flaming Fire going to try and get this one on track? I think he is, because Evo's gone very far off track. Is he going to look around the outside? Yes, he is. He's still fighting drivers. I gotta give it to him. Fair enough, if you're going to fight him, you might as well do it right. Down the inside, through the bus stop chicane, and neck towards the finish line. And that is going to be the end of the Belgium F2 Grand Prix. And my throat and nose feel awful. So, James Petty getting a point. Yep, celebration. Don't think I have the sub emotes unlocked. Let's try and somehow... How do we do this? Twitch, complicated. I'm used to streaming on YouTube. I know, I'm disgusting. Right, find out which one I got. There we go. There we go. Oh, shit. That didn't work. There we go. So on the top step of the podium, it's going to be Toby Wong Kenobi. A great drive by him. He's going to be joined on the second spot by the MP Motorsport driver for this one race of DJ Perks. P3 is going to be Dawson McSawson. I do believe P4 is going to be James Petty. P5, Cypher. P6, Flaming Fire. P7, Evo Weevo. Rounding out your points in P8 will be Wispy Jaguar. There are your results from the sprint race this evening. And now we're going to quickly go to the results of the weekend. DJ is going to be taking home 37 points. Toby's going to be taking home 27. Dawson 22. C5 Solo 18. Mab 15. Cypher 14. Lewis 12. James 8. Evo Weevo 6, Flaming Fire 6, Wispy Jaguar 2, and Storm not managing to secure any points today. So thank you all for watching. I'm sorry that my voice has not been great, but hopefully it will have passed over by next weekend, and then I can actually properly do this. But thank you all for watching. Join us for Formula 1 racing action tomorrow at 8:30 PM BST. And as always, I hope to see you at the next one.